Hey guys, Tim here. I got a question for you, and it's a very serious question. I want you really to think long and hard before you answer this question. You ready? Do you know when to shut up? Do you know when to stop talking? And the reason I ask you this is because I talked to a new client earlier this morning, and we were talking about their house, which we're going to list. And it had been on the market for a while with another agency, and I asked, like we always do, well, what do you think the issue was? Why do you think the home didn't sell? And this lady, who was an elderly lady, she reminded me a lot of my mother, looked at me and said, that other agent talked a lot, but she didn't say a damn thing. And I knew exactly what she was talking about. My mom used to say things like, that boy only talks to hear his head rattle. Or, he doesn't know when to shut up and that sort of thing. Well, in sales, which is what we're in a sales business, knowing when not to talk can be as important as knowing when to talk. Because some folks, and I think this comes out of nerves. I've done a lot of sales training, so I kind of have a really good handle on this. It typically comes out of nerves, where you think you have to fill that silence with words, even if they're words that have no meaning, no one wants to hear it. It's just noise. You end up sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher. Remember the old Charlie Brown cartoons? Wah, 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 wah. Well, I hate to tell you this, but when you talk too much, especially when you're not saying anything of relevancy, that can be a real turnoff for the prospect. I was in the retail business for many years. I owned a couple of gun stores, and I remember one day standing back watching this new salesperson who was first time out on the floor, I think, talking to a customer. And the customer was asking questions about a particular firearm, and rather than just answer those questions, this salesperson was just talking about all the guns he owned and why this gun was great and why this gun was great, and he was just really oversharing. And that customer, I could tell by that customer's face that this young man was talking way too much and not saying a damn thing. And so I stepped in and immediately got the conversation back on course. Now, the happy ending to that story is this young man finally listened as he was trained, and he ended up being a really good salesperson. So that's one thing you need to ask yourself as a real estate agent. Do you know when to shut up? Do you know when to let the silence be powerful? Because silence is powerful. There's an old saying that you can say more with no words than you can with 1,000 words. So if you are new to this business, or maybe you're an old timer, it doesn't really matter. If you talk too much, there is a good chance that that client or that prospect is going to tune you out and move on to another agent. So it's very important for you, number one, to listen. This is a mistake a lot of people make, not just real estate agents. They don't listen. Anyway, the moral to this story is this. Learn to listen, okay? Listen to your client, ask pertinent questions, offer relevant ideas and conversation, but don't talk just to hear your head rattle. Don't talk just because you think you have to fill those empty spaces of silence. Because listen to me, folks, you can talk too much. It's very important that you learn when to shut up. All right. Hey, that's it. Get out there. Have a great day. I hope it was helpful. Remember, silence is powerful. Usually. Talk to you soon.